Hello guys, this is Ankit, and in today's video we'll see how to calculate Pearson's correlation coefficient. And before going into the calculation part, let's just have a quick recap on it. So by the definition of Pearson's correlation, we see that it's a statistical measure which shows us the relationship between two variables. In our case, in our example, we have heights and weights of certain group of people. Heights in centimeters is given and their respective weights in kgs is given, and we are to find out the Pearson's correlation. So before doing the mathematical part, let's just see how the graphical part of it looks. I mean, how the scatter plot of it looks. So to do that, we just plot a scatter plot, and this is how it is. So by this graph, we clearly see that there is a certain trend going on here, and that is following a positive correlation. How am I saying it's positive? That by increase in the x values, there is an increase in y values. X values here are height values, and y axis represents our weight values. So graphically it's evident that there is some trend. Now let's go to the mathematical part of it. So when given a certain data, this is the formula for calculating the Pearson's correlation. That is, Pearson correlation R is equal to covariance of x and y divided by standard deviation of x multiplied by standard deviation of y. Here x and y are our heights and weights. And covariance, the formula for covariance is 1 by m times summation of x minus x bar into y minus y bar, where x bar and y bar are our means of x and y. And standard deviation of x, this is the formula, square root of 1 by n times x minus x bar whole square, and standard deviation of y is given by under root of 1 by n summation of y minus y bar the whole square. So let's just start the mathematical calculation. First we need the sum of all x values, and that can be done by just alt n plus. Alt n plus is the shortcut to do summation. So this is the sum of all x values, and this is the sum of all y values. But we are to find the mean of it. So let's just represent it by x dash, and that's equal to the sum of all x values divided by n. N would be the number of entries, and in this case it's 7. So this is the x bar, and similarly y bar would be summation of all y values divided by 7. So now we've got our x bar and y bar values. The next thing we would do is find the x minus x bar. So to do that, the formula or the method would be to take the x value and subtract 148.42. that is our mean. Let's just limit it to 2 decimal places, and if we drag this formula all over it, it will just copy the formula and do the computation on itself. So this is x minus x bar. The next thing would be to do y minus y bar, and the method would be same. Y minus y bar is equal to y minus the mean, that's 44, and if we drag the whole thing, it would be copied. So now we have x minus x bar and y minus y bar. Next thing would be x minus x bar multiplied by y minus y bar, and that would be done by, which is equal to x minus x bar times y minus y bar, and if we just drag the whole thing, would be copied. And then we need the summation part, summation of it. We are finding for the correlation, the covariance, we need the summation of this part. So alt n plus would do the job, and this part is done. Now the remaining thing would be to calculate x minus x bar the whole square and y minus y bar the whole square, which is pretty simple. X minus x bar the whole square is equal to x minus x bar times x minus x bar, and if we drag that, the whole thing would be copied. And similarly, if we apply it to the y minus y bar whole square, that would be equal to y minus y bar times y minus y bar. And if we drag the whole thing, and then we need the summation of it, summation of x minus x bar whole square and summation of y minus y bar the whole square. So alt plus enter, and here alt plus and enter. So we have our sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar, sigma x minus x bar whole square, and sigma y minus y bar whole square. Next, to find the covariance, what we need to do is covariance is equal to summation of this part divided by n, which is 7 in our case, and sigma x would be equal to square root of x minus x bar the whole square divided by n, that would be 7 again. Similarly, sigma y would be equal to y minus square root of y minus y bar the whole square divided by 7. So now we have our covariance, sigma x and sigma y. Next thing would be to calculate the correlation, that is our R, which is equal to covariance divided by the product of sigma x and sigma y. So we see that our correlation coefficient is equal to 0.95, which is pretty close to 1. And as we saw yesterday, the value, if it's tending towards 1, that means the two variables have a very strong positive correlation. So this was the mathematical computation of Pearson's correlation, and that was all from my end. Thank you for watching the video.